India is aiming to boost its defense collaboration with the United States in the face of growing threat of a two-front war with China and Pakistan. Indian Air Force currently has the lowest squadron strength since the 1965 war and faces an emergency-like situation to get the indigenous Tejas MK2 fighter jet program operational. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, or HAL, is now eager to secure a guarantee from US firm GE Aerospace for its powerful F414 engines, and a team from India will be visiting the United States soon. The meeting will be held to finalize the long-pending agreement for the GE F414 jet engines, which will power at least 6 squadrons of the multi-role Indian Tejas MK2 jets. The deal involves manufacturing 99 GE F414 engines in India to avoid any supply chain roadblocks, as seen with the engine supplies for the Tejas MK1A jets. A guarantee for timely delivery of these 99 GE F414 engines, critical for the Tejas MK2, will meet top priority in the upcoming meeting in the US. Secondly, if the engine deal is finalized, then these engines would also power the initial squadrons of the Indian stealth fighter jet, the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, or the AMCA. Thus, commitment will be sought for additional orders to be placed down the line. The development comes after the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Defence urged the Ministry of Defence in last week of December 2024 to enhance Tejas combat aircraft production. Now, it stated, quote, "The committee at this stage would like to impress upon the MOD to sensitize HAL to adjust production of Tejas so that the operational role of the Indian Air Force is not affected due to depletion in squadron strength. They would also like to urge the MOD to expedite the procurement of contracted fighter aircraft. The committee may be informed of the outcome of the effort made in this regard," unquote. The US Navy has been using the GE F414 engine for 30 years, and it is also widely used by the militaries of Sweden, Australia, Kuwait, Brazil, and South Korea. Tejas Mark II is in the final stages of development, with first flight expected just next year in 2026. Now, it's bigger than the Tejas Mark 1As, and thus the more powerful GE F414 engines are needed, which offer higher thrust and performance benefits. The price negotiation process is still underway, with the US quoting $1.1 million to sell the engines to India, while New Delhi aims to negotiate in the region of $800,000 to $810,000. Navigating uncharted waters, the United States has never allowed another country to manufacture its GE F414 engines outside its borders, as it involves critical technologies and know-how. But reports suggest India may get a special nod from the White House. The General Electric deal will involve around 80% technology transfer, including various metallurgical and manufacturing know-how, including machining and coating of single crystal turbine blades, nozzle guide vanes, and ceramic matrix components, thermal barrier coating, among others. However, as per sources, the US firm is still reluctant to part with 100% technology transfer. Moreover, the Indian side has repeatedly expressed disappointment concerning the delays on the GE F404 engines for the Tejas MK1A fighter jets by over a year. Remember, the deliveries of the engines were supposed to complete in March of this year, 3 years after the deal was signed in 2021, for a whopping 48,000 crore rupees or $6.8 billion. Deliveries may finally begin by March or April in 2025. D.K. Sunil, the chairman and managing director of HAL, revealed, quote, "They are having some supply chain issues, which is the outcome of the COVID-19 related shutdown of industries. So they are having to recertify parts. They have assured us that they will do their best to ensure that our program is not impacted," unquote. While speaking to the media earlier, a GE Aerospace spokesperson reiterated in November last year, quote, "The aerospace industry continues to experience unprecedented supply chain pressures. GE Aerospace is working with our partner HAL and suppliers to resolve constraints and deliver the F404 engines for the LCA MK1 program," unquote. With nearly 10 squadrons of the Tejas MK1A and at least 6 squadrons of Tejas MK2 fighter jets, Indian Air Force aims to boost its fighter numbers along both fronts along the Pakistan and China borders. IAF will also use these made-in-India fighter jets to phase out older fighters, including the MiG-21s, Jaguar jets, the French Mirage 2000s, as well as Russian MiG-29s, all inducted around the 1980s. Now it remains to be seen if the Trump presidency can accelerate India-US defense ties. Due to aligned strategic interests, India and the United States partnership could yet reshape the 21st century. India and US's common foe, China, has made rapid progress in aerospace domain and remains the biggest threat to Indian national security. Have your say. Can India rely on the United States as a long-term defense ally? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.